Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time and you're just tuning in, karibu sana to my channel. My name is Kish and I mostly touch on skincare topics, although today's topic is a lifestyle one. Everybody wants to know how to keep their finances in check, and I am part of that cluster of everybody. So earlier in the year, I remember mentioning on my channel that I'm looking to take care of my money better this year. I started the 52-week savings challenge in February. I'll tell you how that's going in a bit, and I'm also putting in more money saving tactics, which I want to tell you about in this video. I just have a few tips on here, but I'm looking for more advice, so if you have it, please comment down below on any money saving tips that you are implementing. So without further ado, let's get into my money saving tactics. Number one is keeping a home piggy bank. So I have this small container that I use to store up money in the house. I usually have this rule that whenever I get home, all the coins are going into that container. It's something that I saw somebody doing last year, and I remember them saying on Twitter in December that they had accumulated 7,000 worth of coins. I'm finding that this home piggy bank is actually like a fun way of saving, because I get into the house, I'm so excited to put in my coins into that card jar. And it's not even a jar really, it's like a small container of Pringles that I'm using. So even you can find your own makeshift home piggy bank and just deposit your coins every time you get into the house. Number two is setting up a reward system. Now when you're saving, you're usually like fungiliaring yourself. You don't want to buy stuff, you don't want to eat certain meals, you don't want to do this or that, and it's kind of like a way of punishing yourself, because there are some people who subscribe to that way of life where you might die tomorrow, spend your coins now while you have them, and you're just here putting a leash on yourself. So having a reward system is kind of like a way of encouraging yourself to save more, because in your mind you've set this reward where if I hit this amount of money, I'll do this and this, I'll take myself out, I'll go to a new restaurant. So this kind of reward encourages you to keep going and just like aim for your goal. Number three is buying stuff in bulk. If I was doing my own house shopping, I'd have taken Nancy Moy's advice and gone to Easily and bought like from the wholesalers there. She was mentioning in one of her videos how that's how she usually does her shopping, and then she ends up doing it like 3 or 4 times a year, and she saves so much money. Now buying in bulk for me means that if I'm buying a certain item at the supermarket, I'll end up buying like 3 more of that item, because I want to save myself the time and future money of going to that supermarket again and buying the same thing. Next tip is of course the 52-week savings challenge. Now as I'm filming this, I'm currently on week 12. I really love this initiative, but I'll have to admit that saving money as a freelancer is very difficult, because sometimes you have money and then other times you can go months without making any money. So what happens is that when I have the money, I just end up saving a huge chunk of it. I'll go ticking off certain amounts and consider myself having covered those weeks. It's quite difficult sometimes, because some weeks you can have like a huge amount of money and then you're thinking, I can't deposit all this is too much, let me just use it on A, B and C. But you have to really discipline yourself on that. And I'd really like to know how you are keeping up with the 52-week savings challenge. Did you fall behind? Are you doing it? Let me know in the comments below. Next tip would be to work around off-peak and peak hours. So what this means is that in Nairobi, you of course know that like from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. that's rush hour. So the fares are high, and it's just the worst time that you can be trapped in town. And of course it is even worse if it is raining. So like what I do is that I won't be in town past a certain time if I know that I don't really have a important reason keeping me there. My last tactic is avoiding ATM fees. Instead of keeping on withdrawing little amounts from the ATM this week, next week, following week, and then incurring that charge. You'd rather just withdraw it at once so that you can escape those charges, and you also have to discipline yourself not to use all that money at once. And then you'll notice a word that I'm using so much in this video is discipline, because I'm coming to realize that that's actually what governs life, a lot of discipline. You have to watch what you buy, you have to watch how you spend your money, what you're spending your money on, what are your financial triggers, and so on. So those are some of the tactics that I'm using. I'd really love to hear yours. Leave them in the comments below. Tell me some of your financial goals this year. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thank you so much. I hope you'll be subscribing. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.